friends, today we are going to discuss the NCERT exercise questions of our very first chapter, that is chemical reactions and equations. Now directly coming to the exercise question, one thing I want to tell you is that we have already discussed the in-text questions in our previous videos, so I am not going to cover that. But so we will start discussing our NCERT exercise question. Now the very first question is, you may go through your book also, which of the statement about the above reactions are incorrect. So one reaction is given as follows, that is PbO, lead oxide plus carbon gives, this is the very first question, Pb 2Pb plus CO2. Now we have to select the incorrect options. Some few options are given below. If you go through the options, then they are as follows: lead is getting reduced, carbon dioxide is getting oxidized, carbon is getting oxidized, and the last lead oxide is getting reduced. So one thing I want to tell you is that according to the definition of oxidation, which I earlier told you, oxidation can be defined as the gain of oxygen and reduction can be defined as the loss of oxygen. So basically here if you see the basic structure of this chemical equation, then this lead oxide is actually losing its oxygen. Therefore lead oxide, this term is, or I should say lead oxide is being reduced, not lead. Lead is not, if we say, the correct will be is to say that lead oxide is getting reduced, not lead. In a similar way, carbon is getting oxidized, not carbon dioxide. Carbon is getting oxidized into carbon dioxide. So the correct options will be carbon is getting oxidized and lead oxide is getting reduced. But one thing we need to keep in mind is that in question he is not asking the correct options, but he is asking the incorrect. So be very wise while reading the question. So the correct answer will be your A and B. That is A and B. A is lead is getting reduced and B is carbon dioxide is getting oxidized. These two are wrong statement. Therefore our answer will be 1A and B. Now coming to the second question. Again one chemical equation is given, Fe2O3 plus 2Al gives Al2O3 plus 2Fe. Now he is asking which type of reaction it is. Fe2O3 plus Al, that is aluminium, gives you Al2O3 plus Fe. So the question is, the above reaction is an example of. Clearly you can see that there earlier iron oxide was there, and this iron oxide, when it was made to react with aluminium, then finally it formed aluminium oxide and iron was separated out. So basically you can see that clearly it is an example of single displacement reaction where iron is being displaced by aluminium. Since aluminium is more reactive compared to iron, therefore aluminium is replacing this iron from iron oxide and ultimately it is forming Al2O3 plus Fe. So the answer of this question will be D, that is displacement reaction. Now coming to the third, what happens when dilute hydrochloric acid is added to iron fillings? Pick the correct answer. So this question can be answered. This is a type of theoretical questions. He is asking you what will happen when you will add dilute hydrochloric acid. So dilute in the sense that the concentration is not that much, means that it is not too much corrosive in action. So options are given as hydrogen gas and iron chloride are produced, chlorine gas and iron hydroxide are produced, no reaction take place and iron salt and water are produced. So basically see, if you go through the reaction, then it will be something like Fe plus HCl. Then obviously it will form, it is the tendency of generally all the metals that when they are made to react with hydrochloric acid or any acid, then they used to form a salt and liberate hydrogen gas. Similarly here also iron chloride will be formed and hydrogen gas will be liberated. So the answer will be third question, the answer will be option A. Now coming to the fourth question, what is a balanced chemical equation and why should chemical equation be balanced? So we have already discussed that there are certain equations which used to violate the basic law, that is mass. We all know that mass can neither be created but and nor destroyed. But there are some chemical equations, if not balanced, then they will violate this law, that is the mass of reactants will be not equal to mass of products. So this equation, or sorry, this line, or I should say this nature of chemical reaction will violate the basic law of nature, that is always the mass will remain constant and mass can neither be created nor destroyed. Therefore we need to balance chemical equation in order so that this law remain maintained. And why should chemical equation be balanced? So now I have already answered this question. Coming to the fifth, translate the following statement into chemical equation and then balance them. Now one thing I want to tell you regarding this question, this is one of the very important question for class 10th level, because up to class 9th level you came to write the formulas for different ionic compounds or different covalent compound, but now you will learn how to write chemical equation for a given chemical chain. So the very first is hydrogen gas combined with nitrogen to form ammonia. So before writing chemical equation you need to know what are the respective formulas, because without knowing formulas of given compound you can't write a given chemical equation. Now coming to the very first part of this question, the very first is hydrogen gas combined with nitrogen to form ammonia, that is H2 plus N2 gives you an H3, that is the formula of ammonia. And also we have to balance this chemical equation. So according to the rule, we always start balancing from that species which contain maximum number of atoms. So you can clearly see that in this case NH2 is that species which is having more number of or maximum number of atoms. So we will start balancing, and in that species also we will start balancing that atom which is having, for example here NH3 is there, maximum number of atoms are belongs to hydrogen, therefore we will start with the balancing of hydrogen. So here 3 hydrogen atoms are there and this side my 2 hydrogen atoms are there. So basically if I put here 2, that is 2 nitrogen and 3 into 2 6 hydrogen. So if I will multiply this side by 2 into 3 6, hydrogen will be there and my nitrogen will get already balanced, because on my right hand side here 2 nitrogens are there and 6 hydrogens are there, and on my left hand side there also 6 hydrogens are there and 2 nitrogen. Therefore our chemical equation is balanced.